I kind of got overwhelmed. Everything in my life was failing. What's good, guys? Hi, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm really glad that you came back to watch my videos. And first of all, thank you so much for watching the last 3 videos. This is my 4th video. Yay! Small wins. As I always like to say, celebrate the little small wins that you have. And yes, it's the 4th video, guys. I never thought I'd get here, but thank you so much for coming back. I'm super grateful that you are here. Today is gonna be an emotional video, and please bear with me. It's gonna be an emotional video. For me, 2020 has been that kind of year, the kind of year that I don't think I'll ever forget, and probably for most of you, for many reasons, and of course because of COVID and how it changed almost everything in our lives. So 2020 started out so well, but it's the year that I'll never forget, because guys, I had 2 major breakdowns. I had 2 major breakdowns that I never thought I'll get. I never thought or I'll get to that point, to a point that I was really feeling so low about myself that I couldn't see anything coming, anything good coming out of me, or I couldn't see anything good happening in my future, or from at that moment. Wow. So guys, we all started this year with a kind of vibe. I believe we started with a kind of vibe that since the year is 2020, we are gonna have double blessings, and it put me in a position where I really looked forward to a lot of things in my life. So one, I was looking forward to scaling up or achieving some kind of goal, or achieving something in my professional life and whatever level I am. So I was seeing a certain growth in my professional life. Also, in connection to that certain goal, I was looking forward to now being stable enough to moving into my own house. And I had set this kind of goal that if all goes well, I'll celebrate my birthday, that was on August, in my new house. And another major thing that I looked forward is 2020 started when I was in a really good place. I was in this relationship, and the kind of relationship I was in is the one that I saw a future in. I saw this guy as the kind of person I would want to be with. I saw this person as the one, and I was really super excited about that. 2020 has humbled me, but also I've grown so far. And I'm hoping that if you're going through the things, through the hard time, and you're going through a low point in your life, by me sharing this video, I hope you get to realize that we triumph in everything. That there are that low points, and it's okay for you to be feeling so low about yourself at some point, but get this, you are gonna get out of that. You will get out of it. Yes, it's a season, it's a phase, and you're going to get out of it. So here's the story. Me with all my expectations, me with being at a good point in my relationship, I saw everything good coming out of 2020. But February came, and the one thing that I had invested so much of my emotions in, of my time in, the one thing that I was looking forward to so much, for the first time in my life, a year begins with me being in a relationship. I was looking forward to see how this thing will grow and how things will unfold. But then February came and we broke up, and I didn't see it coming, or I never thought I'd get to that point where I'll just break it off. But things just went south, and the relationship ended. And then after the relationship ended, now lockdown came, and we couldn't go back to work. So now I had some kind of free time I tend to think and overthink a lot about my life. I tend to start looking for, like, trying to make sense of things that are happening in my life, especially when I am free or I'm not doing anything. So when lockdown happened, it gave me that kind of time, and I started to think about the things I was doing. And to make it worse, I was trying to process this breakup. And as I was trying to process this breakup, I kind of got overwhelmed. And one day I just woke up and cried for almost 4 hours. I felt that nothing is ever going to happen for me, or nothing good is ever going to happen for me. And I felt like I am the cause of everything that has happened in my relationship. I blamed myself for not trying hard. I blamed myself for letting things go like fading like that. And why I felt that way is because I invested so much in terms of emotionally, and for the first time in my life, I tried to avoid the things that might cause us friction. I tried to avoid the things that might cause us to fight or argue. Once I was trying so much to do the things, or to avoid the things that I've been told, that I've been blamed for in my past relationship, that I am pushy at times, or I'm dramatic, or I take things too seriously. And so in my new relationship, I tried so much not to be that kind of person and be a good girl per se. And when everything went down, I was shattered. I was shattered because, yes, I hoped that, okay, maybe we'll work things through, but it didn't just go the way it was, the way I was hoping for, or the way I wanted my kind of relationship to be. And when all that went down, I was really shattered. I couldn't even see anything good coming out of me. And the worst part is I felt unlovable. I felt that nobody would ever want to see me, or nobody would ever want to love me as I am. I felt like I was wrong, or something was wrong with me, and I just couldn't figure it out. At that moment, I was literally so low, and the only thing I was looking forward to was just sleeping. I slept for so long. I wasn't eating that well because I was sleeping for almost 18 hours, and then maybe waking up and taking some snacks or something. I couldn't focus. I couldn't look forward to anything in my life. It was just blood, or I couldn't see anything in my future, or I couldn't look forward to anything. I was feeling so low and so worthless, or so unlovable. I was feeling that something was wrong with me, and that I needed to change something in me, but I didn't know how to. At that point in my life, I never thought I'd get out of it. I never thought I'll come out of it. So I struggled through with those kind of feelings. I struggled, and something happened that kind of lifted my spirits up. When lockdown was lifted around July, my spirit was lifted up, and I was relieved, because now I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna have something to focus and something to look forward. I was trying to come out of that darkness. I was trying to come out of that kind side of negativity, and the only thing that I was looking forward to at that moment that helped me out was the fact that I'm gonna go back to work, because now things are getting back to normal one by one. So July came with a certain sense of relief. I was really super excited about it, about going back to work, having something to look forward to. So guys, when July came and going into August and October, the only thing that was really ringing in my mind is I'm about to be called or recalled to go back to work. And that was the only thing that actually lifted me up and lifted my spirits up from the darkness, or the phase where I was dwelling in my negativity. So the third week of September going into October, my colleagues had been recalled back to work. And October came, and I realized that I was the only one who was not been recalled back to work. And the story was they were recalling people one by one. So I was hoping that I was going to be the last one, but I wasn't recalled back. So I decided to contact my superiors, and when I contacted them, I was given a response that really took me back to the place where I was trying to come out from. And it put me back to a phase where I just felt like I was shutting down. I talked to my superiors and they told me they're calling people based on the need. And to me, that meant that I wasn't needed. I took it personally to mean that I am not valued by the company. I am not important to that company. I don't add any value to that company. It felt like nothing that I did was ever valued. It felt that myself, I have failed in my workplace. To be told that they are calling people based on the need means, and the fact that I've not been recalled, it meant that I was not adding any value, and the work that I've been doing meant that I failed at doing my job, and I literally shut down, and it all came back to me, and I realized that, to be honest, nothing good is coming out. I'm not different from 5 years back. So what I've been doing, why me? What is wrong with me? And why is my life failing like this? Why am I failing at everything that I'm trying to do? Why am I being the one who somehow has all their things failing one at a time? And why am I failing? I mean, I put enough efforts. I really put efforts in whatever I do, and I just couldn't understand why everything in my life was failing. And my sister was trying to encourage me. I told her that I don't think my life is going to work out, or I don't think anything good is happening in my life. And at that moment, I felt really undervalued. I felt like, Chiri, something is wrong with you. That's why you can't excel in anything. Chiri, what went wrong? What's wrong with you? The level of self-judgment, if there's something like that, where when you're trying to judge yourself, or you're trying to put pressure on yourself, or you're trying to blame yourself, that was the point I was in, and I just felt like I was literally done. I was done. It was so bad that I felt like packing up my things and just going to a place where I just felt like fleeing a place everywhere, fleeing everyone, fleeing everybody, and going to a place where nobody would ever know me and start afresh. I felt like a failure, and I thought the only thing that would help me was to get out, to go away. And I realized when something is really disturbing me, I go on and on and on about it. So I kept on talking about all the things that I've failed, like my social life and my professional life, and I started doubting everything that I've ever done in my life, all the steps that I've taken. I started doubting if people around me and the kind of love that they are showing me, if I'm worth their love, I'm worth somebody's time, I'm worth an investment, like if I'm worth anything good. I doubted all that, and me going on and on about my feelings at that moment put my sister in a really bad situation. And I also felt bad that I've put her in such a position where she has listened and she knows that I'm troubled, and she knows that I am at a low point in my life, and there's nothing she can do, and she couldn't figure out what to do to help me out, because I had already gotten to a place to a negative place where everything to me was just negative. I was speaking negatively, and she didn't know what to do or how to help me at that moment. I remember her looking at me and telling me, Chiri, it's going to be well, with a sense of concern, and she kept repeating, don't worry, your time will come, things will be well. And to me, even after such reassurances, I couldn't even accept such kind of love being shown to me. I felt like she was just saying that because she's my sister. I got to a point where I didn't see anyone being genuine to me, genuine concern, genuine love. I couldn't believe that I was worth that kind of expression. And looking back now, I was really low at that point. After all that and feeling all sorts kind of things all together, I got to a point where I felt I'm just worthless. I am unlovable, and I was really struggling. So after noticing how I made my sister feel and realizing how the position that I had put her into, I just felt like, no, I need to get out of this place. I need to get out of this state of mind that I was in, because it was really affecting me, and definitely when it affects you, it affects people around you. So I started to feel like I needed to get out of that point, as in at least have something positive in my life. Yes, everything was negative, but I needed to do that. As I struggled so much, and in my next video I'm gonna tell you about the things that I did as I was struggling to come out of that point, to come out of that negativity to the person I am today. The things that I engaged myself into to get to this point. I am grateful for the far that we have come in 2020, and I'm grateful that I've gotten to this point where I can be able to talk about it. Looking back now, I have come a long way, and if you've come this far in 2020 and with everything that has been happening the whole of this year, I think we have a reason to be grateful. We just have a reason to be grateful for. A lot has happened. We've gone through a lot, but the fact that we've triumphed and we are here, yeah, we're really grateful. I really hope that by me sharing this video or the things that I went through, I really hope that you realize that yes, we go through such low moments in our life, and it's really okay to be at such a low moment. But what's not okay is you dwelling in that point, in that state of negativity. You dwelling in low moments in your life. I really hope that you surround yourself with people who love you, and you realize that it's just a phase. It's a phase that you go through, and it will end. And it takes a lot of work. Yes, you can struggle a lot, but it will end. So you guys, stay strong. I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching my videos. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay tuned for that. Bye.